Hello friends. In this video, we are going to be going through number 54 from test 1 in your red book. So take a second to pause the video, go to test 1, go to the math test, read number 54, read through it, think about how you would solve it. We'll get back together and I'll show you the right way. Awesome. So if you're watching this video, I bet I already know what you did wrong. We're going to walk through that. This question, my friends, is straight up evil. This question is very tricky. So if you're watching this video, don't feel bad. I missed this question the first time that I attempted it. But now I'm enlightened and I'm going to enlighten you. So the question, it gives you this table of like students who do all these different activities, etc., etc. And we're going to go ahead and attack this as a word problem. So if you read your word problem, down at the very end, we're going to ask ourselves, what am I trying to find? And down at the very end, it says, what is the probability that a student reads given that they play an instrument? Something like that. And if you're watching this video, I bet you looked at the table, you said, oh, there are 50 students who like to read and play an instrument. So my answer is 50 over 250, and that divides to 1/5. Bingo. And you're like, holy crap, it's wrong. What's going on? That's messed up. Well, I bet the reason that you got this wrong is because you did not think of this as a conditional probability problem. This problem has an extra layer that a ton of students miss. That's what we're trying to find. Number one, the probability that a student reads given that they play an instrument. What do we know? I wrote C table here because everything that we know is in that data table. There's 250 students total. It lays out how many students do this and this and this and this and this and blah, 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 blah. All right, so that's what we know, everything in that data table. Now we're going to use that information to move on to step 3, solving the problem. Now, conditional probability, the big giveaway is the word given that. Anytime you hear like, what's the probability that somebody does this given that they do that, that's a red flag telling you this is a conditional probability problem. And conditional probability works like this. This is the format, right? This is what it looks like. This means the probability of A given B. And the formula to find the probability of A given B is you find the probability of the intersection of events A and B over the probability of event B, okay? So this is the formula to solve this problem. And I bet didn't even think about it. I didn't either the first time that I did this problem. But anyway, I'm going to erase steps 1 and 2, and we are going to put this formula to work. So we have the probability of A given B. And in the context of this problem, A is the probability that a student reads, that's event A, student reading, and B is they play an instrument. Right? So this is going to be the probability of the intersection that a student plays an instrument and reads over the probability that a student plays an instrument. So the probability of the intersection of events A and B is the same thing as the intersection of reading and playing an instrument. So the probability of A intersecting B is the probability that a student both reads and plays an instrument. And based on the table, that is going to be 50 students that do both over our total 250. And that, of course, reduces to 1/5. So this probability of A intersecting B is 1/5, okay? Now we need to find the next piece of our formula, probability of B. And this is going to be the probability that a student plays an instrument. That is event B, right? Play an instrument. So the probability of a student playing an instrument, looking at my table real quick, if you go down to the total under the column playing an instrument, you'll see that 90 over our 250 students play a musical instrument. And this reduces to 9 over 25. So our probability of A intersecting B is 1/5, and our probability of B is 9 over 25. Now, we're going to plug these into our formula to get our final answer. All right, so we take our A intersecting B probability, 1/5, and we put it in for the numerator. We take our probability of event B, 9 over 25, and we put it into our denominator, and you get 1/5 over 9 over 25. And now, you put this into your calculator. It'll give you a decimal. You convert that decimal back into a fraction. And when you reduce this fraction, you get 5/9, which is answer choice G.